General Hospital MV My GH After Show, and a happy Mother's Day to all the soap moms who watch me out there, but especially to my mom and my grandmother. I'm going to be keeping this video short because it is Mother's Day, and I plan on hanging out with them. And before we get into this week's show, I want to say a big congratulations to all the Daytime Emmy winners this year, especially the 4 from General Hospital. All well deserved, but I will say that Maura West was robbed. She was completely robbed, and that's all I will say about that. Moving on, before I get into the show as well, I have to make an announcement that Rebecca Budig is returning as Hayden Barnes, and I am so stoked over it. As you guys know, she left kind of unexpectedly as soon as Steve Burton returned to the show, so there was a lot of blame on Steve's part, you know, that they let go of this actress just to afford to bring him back. I'm just glad that she is making an appearance again. I do hope that it is a long one because we were left pretty open-ended with how she left, and they really threw the character under the bus, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to, you know, the writers at least trying to save the character and hopefully end Fana. I am not a fan of them. I would love to see Hayden and Finn get back together and raise their child that we know that she has. So, fingers crossed. Alright, now let's get into the highlights of this week. First of all, I want to talk about a return that has happened on screen already. Jasper Jax returned this week, and I was so happy about it. I mean, I love Jax, and I loved Carly and Jax together. I don't think that they'll be getting back together this time around, but it was nice to see them kind of still have that really nice bond and friendship going. And it was weird to see that he was so civil to Jason, but I'm okay with it. And of course, his scenes with Jocelyn were so sweet. The lullaby just got to my feels, and I'm just looking forward to seeing him help Jocelyn through this and see what stories they cook up for him, because I think his return is a permanent one as far as I know. And he's already making plans to possibly move in next door to Sunny at Kate Howard's old house. I love that set, first of all, and I think it would be a great opportunity to create some fun, lighthearted storylines and some crazy shenanigans between Sunny and Jax, as well as, you know, him being there for his daughter and her just being able to go right into his house. That would be pretty cool. Alright, now let's talk about the DOD, Dawn of Day. As you guys saw at the beginning of the week, Willow went to pay Christina a visit and shared her story about her experiences with the Dawn of Day, and it actually worked, which I am so relieved about, because you guys know that I thought that Christina was playing her family like a fiddle and would run back to Shiloh the first chance she got. Now, thankfully, I was half right. She did run back to Shiloh, however, just to tell him about himself and to try to get her pledge back. I, for one, am relieved that she is standing on her feet and acting like an adult, because they have been writing her as completely childish pretty much since Lexi started the role in the first place. But I'm glad that they're finally making the move to mature her and be able to handle things like an adult. Sadly, Shiloh will not give her back the pledge, and that's upsetting, but not surprising. She doesn't share what was in the pledge with her parents, but I'm sure that she will at some point. Now, here's what I didn't like about the DOD storyline this week. As you guys know, Sam is undercover trying to bring Shiloh down from the inside, and she was willing to go as far as going through with the ceremony. She managed to not take the drug, but he was about to tattoo her. If Jason didn't walk in when he did, she would have had that tattoo on her back. So yeah, Jason walked in, knocked Shiloh out, and was able to grab the box of pledges from the office. However, the problem is that they were all blank. Now, I'm thinking that this must mean that Shiloh saw Sam go into the room and got the pledges out of there as fast as he could, which means that her cover is blown, but somehow Sam doesn't realize this, and furthermore, she decides to make a cockamamie plan to actually take the drug, get inked, get raped by him essentially, and have it filmed. Sam, are you nuts? You're willing to get drugged, tattooed, and raped as long as it's filmed just to bring this guy down? Like, you literally went through pretty much the same thing with Franco a few years ago, and you're putting yourself through that ordeal again? That doesn't make sense. This storyline needs to end ASAP. Christina is out. They can just kill Shiloh and be done with it, because I don't care about the character. Oof, I was so steamed and annoyed, but something annoyed me even more than that. So let's talk about Maxie and Peter and Laura and Curtis, okay? Yes, completely separate storylines that somehow connected in ways that have me scratching my head still, currently, at this moment. So we know that Maxie and Peter went to Paris to have their first date. we see Maxie and Peter check into a hotel on Friday's episode, and Maxie is gushing about how beautiful Paris is and how she wants to buy James a beret and everything. And then we see Laura and Curtis, who are in Toronto, Canada, where apparently it is snowing and people are ice skating. Y'all, I know that America can be a little bit ignorant when it comes to, you know, us here across the border, but snow in May is not that common, I promise you. It happens a little bit, but not for very long periods. And it definitely isn't cold enough for people to be ice skating. I cringed so damn hard, and I went on a rant on message boards and everything, because that's just ignorant. It's ignorant because you can do a Google search and type, when do ice rinks close in Toronto? And your first result will tell you that it closes in March, no matter what. Because weather in Canada is unpredictable at that point. It gets warm and cold and warm and cold, and you just can't maintain an outdoor ice rink that way. On top of that, somehow Maxie runs into Laura and Curtis in the hotel lobby. I rewatched the episode to see if I missed something. I didn't. They're just in the same hotel, although Maxie and Peter are supposed to be in Paris, and Laura and Curtis are supposed to be here in Canada. What? Yo, writers, do you guys like check in with each other at all? Because that was a mess. That was horrible. That was embarrassing. Even if it wasn't Mother's Day, I would want to cut this video short already just because I was so pissed off at that. But I will bring up one more thing. Anna has finally accepted that she is not Peter's mom, but she refuses to look into it further to get absolute proof. And on top of that, she wants to keep Peter in the dark. Robert was pretty pissed, and I don't blame him one bit. Oh yeah, another thing before I go. This whole mess with Willow and Brad and Lucas and Michael and everyone involved with that baby Wiley who isn't actually hers, y'all better buckle up because it's just getting messier by the day, and you know that things are gonna hit the fan soon, and it's just gonna be so hard to watch. I feel sorry for Willow for what she's going to endure soon, and you know, sorry for Lucas for having to put up with Brad and his secrets, and of course Michael losing pretty much a year now without his son. It's just, oh, it's so messy. I don't know. I'm sad for them. I'm sad for them all. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next time.